Alright, our next analysis is on Kiwi CAD. We're starting on the monthly as usual. We see horizontal sell pressure, we see horizontal buy pressure, so we were able to identify our monthly upper and our monthly lower zone. Now it's time to talk about flow. Well, when we talk flow, it's very simple for this time frame. We see that we are in a monthly consolidation. Why? We see sell protection to the upside, we see buy protection to the downside. So when we see sell protection and buy protection on a horizontal level, this is a consolidation, and in this time frame, or in this case, this is a higher time frame consolidation. Okay, so when we look at flow, what do we see? We see that price is coming in contact with our monthly lower zone. Okay, we know that price will not be able to just make a straight break below this zone without any sort of impulse move to the upside before then price tries to break to the downside once more. Okay, this is an area of strong buy pressure on the higher time frame, meaning that this is a respected zone, respected area. Price will have some sort of impulse move to the upside because there will be an injection of buy orders from the monthly lower zone. So there's a lot of questions still to be answered on this time frame. Let's take it down to the weekly for a closer look. Okay, on to the weekly time frame. We identified our weekly upper and our weekly lower zone. But what do we see? We see price is respecting its monthly lower zone, not its weekly lower zone, okay? But what do we know? We know that price will see an injection of buy sensitivity. We don't know whether price is going to change direction and make its way up to its monthly upper zone. I never said that, but we do know that there will be an injection of buy sensitivity. And if there is, that's called an impulse move. So here we would have a potential impulse move. Now, if price is going to come back to retest this monthly lower zone, where would this impulse move end? That's right, at its weekly lower zone. This is where price would see sell pressure for then a retest of our monthly lower zone. So if we are to see an impulse move, I expect it to complete at its weekly lower zone. So now let's take it to the daily for a closer look. All right, on to the daily. Price is not telling us much more information on the daily than it was on the weekly. Again, very simple. Sellers had control, broke price below its weekly lower zone down to its monthly lower zone. We know that there will be some buy sensitivity in the market, which will cause an impulse move to the upside, where then price may see sell sensitivity at its weekly lower zone before a retest of its monthly lower zone. What we're trying to do is potentially capitalize on this impulse move to the upside. So daily is not telling us much more info than the weekly. Time to take it down to the 4H time frame. Maybe that'll give us some more information. And so it does. All right, onto the 4H time frame. We identified a 4-hour downtrend. Every time we see lower highs, we know that sell pressure is respecting this downtrend and entering the market. Now, here's monthly lower zone. Price made its way to its monthly lower zone. We see double confirmation on the 4H with the push to the upside, and now price is finally breaking this 4H downtrend to the upside. Again, remember, this is a push. Why is this a push? Because this 4-hour downtrend is an area of sell sensitivity. So if price, which it has, was able to break this downtrend to the upside and close above, that requires a lot of energy, which makes this a push. Okay, so now it's time to talk about entry. Here's our 4H downtrend. Price made a push, breaking above. What's after a push to the upside? That's right, an exhaustion to the downside, where then we wait for price action confirmation, and then we place an entry long to the upside. Now, price action confirmation would be a bullish engulfing candle close, and as you see, TP3 is at our weekly lower zone, because if this is an impulse move to the upside, price will only see its next area of sell pressure at its weekly lower zone, where we have TP3, before then price potentially makes another move to the downside to try to break its monthly zone to the downside. So once again, for summary, we have a push, we wait for completion of exhaustion to retest its 4H downtrend, price action confirmation, we place an entry to the upside. Now, what would make this trade invalid? Very simple. If at exhaustion we fail to see price action confirmation, meaning we do not have a bullish engulfing candle close, instead we have continuous bearish candles, and price re-breaks this 4H downtrend to the downside, we know that there's not enough buy pressure at completion of exhaustion, which would make this trade invalid. So we have to have price action confirmation at completion of exhaustion for this trade to be valid. All right, on to the next.